bringing us into the nominations, which
What
I
a-
believe you're first, Josh.
That's good actually, because I actually have something I'm going to add not a segment, but a feature to this segment of the show. But what did we say earlier about that fucking character selecting? Yeah, you're fucking dead inside if that song doesn't like incite something in you emotionally. You're dead inside, or
Yes.
either that or it just didn't exist during that time of the world. One or the other, maybe both. So it occurred to me that there's a fun infographic opportunity with issues of Nintendo Power with these power meters, and maybe actually GamePro. Does GamePro have some sort of meter? Yeah, they have the scores. Whatever. I can do this for I think probably all the issues. I'm sure they all have little rating systems. So I'll be able to do. I'm going to start doing an aggregate of the issues power meters. Or rating systems, whatever. So we can compare. I'm gonna go back and do them all too. So I have the full data of every issue, but it's not that much work and. It's not like I have a real life or anything. So basically an aggregate of all the power meters for all the games in the issue, so we can kind of compare eras, I suppose, at least from the perspective of the magazine, of course. So the aggregate power meter of this particular issue is 64.11%. So that is the power pool from which we are making these decisions. This particular issue. So that's how it ties into this segment. I felt.
It doesn't feel as strong. Doesn't feel as strong to me. It feels like.
But we're dragged down by those, like the fucking. There was a couple like there's actually what was the lowest? The lowest was Rally Bike, and that was like a 46, I think.
Terrible.
Yeah, 46%, 46 or something. So we have some low ones dragging down the 80% Little Nemo types. There's a lot of 72s and shit in there, so it's not like we have nothing. I already said actually, I think this is one of the stronger pools of games.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of good stuff in here, so it's surprising that the meter. Feels like the meter should be higher. You know what I mean?
Fucking, it's like everything else in the world, Jay. You have the bottom of the barrel dragging everyone else down. Okay, so my nominations from this issue, and I wasn't even able to do 3. I could only wean it down to 4. So I have Ninja Gaiden 2. We had a brief mention of that, and that's an interesting, good game that we have not yet played. We actually haven't done either one of them yet. And I think that's a little bit of a travesty that we have not given either of those games their due, even though they are hard, which I think has probably been the primary detractor from doing so to date. I also thought I'd throw in Double Dragon 2. I was waiting to see whether I would get just 1 or 2 eyebrows there. I got 2. I got 2, listener. That's not watching video. They got 2 out of Jay. Double Dragon 2, Maniac Mansion, even though the complicated, complex nature that we've talked about its applicability, if that's a word, to what we're trying to do with game episode stuff. And then lastly, Little Nemo. I think it'd be very unjust to not put that in my pool. So yeah, I don't think any of those require lobbying for their validity. You know what I mean? So I think maybe the most constructive thing is to skip all that, let you present yours, and then we'll talk about them in a relative arena.
Fair enough. So my first one is roller games, surprisingly. Like I said, I think there's a little bit more there to play with. But my second one, Snake Rattle and Roll. Yes. Crazy, but like I said, I think I got the hang of it. Had fun playing it. And then, of course, Little Nemo.
Okay. Well, there's the obvious overlap there. And I have no problem giving you your nostalgia shine with with something that you have a deep emotional root to. I've never even played it, so I'd be experiencing it for the first time, and that's an interesting counter dynamic, I think, for the both of our playthroughs. So
That's
I
true.
mean, I am inclined to just go with that. Really, I mean, if you want to get down with
Little
that,
Nemo, let's go.
okay. That allowed me to do probably some fun deep dive history stuff with the
Like where it came from.
animation shit too. Yeah, that's kind of fun. So okay, yeah, that's way simpler. I fucking don't need to spend more time at this Hyatt hotel with my remote podcasting than is necessary. No problem with that at all. Okay, word. So fucking we'll play Little Nemo next.